know this is a big shock. Welcome back to the Bearded Picker channel. All you folks on this wonderful ride on the third rock from the sun. We are having a good time here this morning. I do like to drive first thing in the morning. There's no one out here. Except for the big trucks, they generally stay out of your way. I have just come through Chattanooga and hung a right, headed towards Atlanta. I know I talked about last time we're going to Jacksonville this week, but there's just so many stores. I'm probably just going to go straight to Orlando, spend a couple days there, probably mid-Wednesday afternoon, and do a little mix of retail arbitrage and thrifting. And I will do my best to show you anything I find thrifting. And then head over to Tampa for, I don't know, a day and a half. Just sort of start wandering back towards Huntsville. Sorry, I took a nap this afternoon, so I haven't been asleep. So forming words and memorizing and remembering are just not a great skill whenever you have not had a great amount of sleep. It's like I'm on some kind of confession here with the lights on in the van, just so you can see. It's me. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, watching the videos, and all the comments. Just make a few things. One of the comments, someone asked me how did I handle cash flow and how did I buy stuff when I'm out. Basically, I use a couple credit cards, clear them out when I get home, and then so on each trip I know what I've spent. Put everything on them, from gas to gas to I will buy some gift cards and meals, hotels, all that stuff runs through those two cards. But if you're not using credit cards, you're missing out on an opportunity to earn some extra because we buy so much more than normal people do. And I'm not saying carry a balance, because something could happen. God forbid, accounts get suspended, accounts get, terminated, selling platforms change. So I'm not saying carry a balance. I'm saying do like I do. Use it, pay it off, and then the benefits. We're gonna fly to Boston here in 6 or 8 weeks, and I have plenty of miles to pay for my wife and I, both of our tickets through Delta. Because of the Amex that I have, is the Delta Amex. It gets Delta miles. I've got 120,000 Delta miles. So that should provide at least the business class, the one with a little more leg room for the ride up there. I'm a big guy. More room is good. And Joni, my wife, needs to be able to move around. So it'll be nicer to have the upgraded seats. And the other card is a Capital One. Hell, I don't even know what it is. It's their travel one or hotel one or whatever it is. So basically, I pay for hotels with it because you get points based on purchases per dollar, and it pays for hotels as long as you pay for it. So tonight's hotel, I'll probably end up, if I'm gonna be in Orlando for Monday night, Tuesday night, I'll stay in the same hotel. It's just easier not to drag stuff around, not to have to set up the office twice. And generally I would pick, if I'm coming into Orlando, I'm gonna go out the other side or coming back, I'll pick a central location so that I can one side of the town one day and the next side of the town the next. So or if there's just a hotel I like, it's a great deal. I don't mind driving a few extra miles. What's a couple miles when you're already driving 542 more? You get down there, and I've driven about 100 already. But basically, I'll pay for it with that credit card, and then I will go onto the credit card until it, use my points to wipe that one out, and it'll take a day or two, but that'll come off the balance. So that's just 2 ways to save money. Actually 3 with the gift cards. Gift cards to reduce your fuel prices. credit cards to use their whatever type of credit card it is. If you want to do a cash back, that's fine too. Spark has a 2% cash back, and it's a, that's, you can get a lot of, I think 2% is a lot, but I spent a couple $100,000 in a year. 2% of that becomes a big number, and I'm thinking about getting a third card as a Spark cashback card. But don't carry a balance. You've got to treat it. You've got to treat it like cash in your cash flow. It can't be anything extra. It can't be, because you can get in trouble fast with credit cards. I'm telling you from personal experience. I've paid off credit card debt 2-3 times, and I swore I'd never have any more until then I started this business, and the benefits of using them. And not to mention, every time I use a debit card, if I use it more than about 5 or 6 times or 7 times in the same stores, it likes to get turned off, and I have to call them, and that gets frustrating. American Express, I've had it for, 18 months, and I've talked to them like 3 times in 18 months. So that's been very, very nice to be able to use that and not have to worry about, they must have better fraud detection or more personalized fraud detection where it actually looks at your account, your patterns of spending, I guess. That's much, much nicer. But I am on the road to Orlando. It's 4:50. Stores aren't open until 8. I've gone to most of the stores I wanted to go to in Atlanta 2 weeks ago. But once I get further south, like Macon, Warner Robins, I'll probably start stopping. Just because I'll need gas, I'll need a bathroom, I need something to eat. So I'll stop only on exits that I can check out a drugstore or something to figure out if there's a CVS or a Walgreens. And or if that area has 2 or 3, I'll stop there. But I will start, and I'm still looking for the same thing that I found. I was looking for last week, the same health and beauty item. It'll probably be harder to find because now it's been on clearance in all these stores for at least a week. Some of them 2 weeks. So it'll probably be harder to find, less out here. But yeah, I'll find it, and I will keep running track, show you how successful I've been. I will set the office up, not tonight, but I'll set it up in the morning. What I'm gonna do is, since I'll be so tired when I get to the hotel, I'll just cruise in the hotel, take everything upstairs, just so it lessens the risk of somebody breaking in the van, and I'll just go to sleep, and then I'll get up at say 5 a.m. and start working on this stuff after I've had about 6 or 7 hours sleep. Much more clear thinking. I don't make the mistakes with the orders and the shipping. So, but I'll show you what my costs are and what the potential profit is in Inventory Lab. Even though you won't see the items, you'll see what kind of money I'm spending and what are the potential results. Generally whatever that potential is, I get somewhere between 85-90% of that number. Just depends on how patient I am with the price droppers and race to the bottom, and how long I feel I need to hold an item. The longer you hold it, the more you're rewarded. So, because an item that is successful will come back after the prices drop most of the time. So it just takes one idiot. Don't be that idiot. All right. When I start stopping, I will update you on how the day's going. All right, it's a few hours later. What time is it? 2:07 Eastern. I've gone to all the stores in Macon, Georgia, Warner Robins, Georgia, Perry, Georgia, and I lost an hour and a half. On top of the hour I lost for the time change. There was an accident with a car and a motorcycle on I-75. I was 0.2 of a mile behind, backed up in traffic for an hour and a half, and a complete shutdown on that side of the interstate, I-75 South. Prayers to the guy on the motorcycle, because at interstate speeds on a motorcycle, and that motorcycle was everywhere, it couldn't have been good. And because by the time the ambulance got there, it was so backed up, so there wasn't the response to him was not very fast either. guy, there were high wires and everything else, so you couldn't get a helicopter in there at where it happened. So that's kind of depressing to be behind something like that. Hey, you gotta watch Very Bound the Road, guys. You need to watch there's a show called Brain Games where it talks about why you can't see a motorcycle. You know, even though you look, you know, you'll hear somebody say, I just never saw him. I looked both ways, I never saw him. Because your mind is conditioned to look for a vehicle, a car or a truck, not a motorcycle. And so that's how people can look. That's an amazing show called Brain Games. There was the last episode I watched, they were having you count how many times each different color stepped inside of there were some people on the stage dancing around a circle, and you're supposed to count how many times the red ones went in and how many times the blue one went in the circle. And at the end of it, they asked you, okay, so how many times? And I think I got like 25. And then the last question, they said, how many people saw the big white rabbit walk behind? Never saw the big white rabbit, because my mind was focused on. And then he showed it back. I'm like, well, I'll be damned. There was a big white rabbit. So it is your brain and the way it works to compensate and make up for things it doesn't see, and just a fascinating piece of hardware. But again, just prayers to that fella or lady, whoever that was on that bike. That couldn't have been good. But I'm having a good day. I'm tired from lack of sleep, but the excitement and the adrenaline of the chase and the hunt carries you through some of these long days. I've been to, I don't know how many stores I've been to. I know it's over 20. When you're chasing 3 national drugstore chains and you're going to all of them in each town, and generally in any area, if you're doing drugstores, one will be more dominant than any of the rest of the drugstores in an area. Like I'm headed to Florida, that's Walgreens and CVS own Florida. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to Florida, just the sheer number of them. Because people, that's the next question I ought to get. How the hell did you decide to go to Florida? You know, started looking on Google search for where the most Walgreens and CVS are within a reasonable drive. 10 hours is the edge of reasonable. Well, it says I'm staying a week too, and I'm willing to get up really, really, really early, or not even sleep the first day, and then, you know, get home and it'll technically be Saturday morning, not Friday night. Even though this trip is Monday to Friday, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, whatever it takes, until I just get fed up, tired. Some weeks I'm out here and you get kind of homesick, so I cut off early, or something just makes me mad. The last trip to Charlotte, oh man, the traffic was so awful that I was leaving in 3 or 4 hours anyway, and I just said, I'm out of here. And that, cause it didn't help that that was a 10-hour drive home, or 9 hours, whatever it ended up being. So I'm headed. There's little stops along the interstate. I lived in this area. I lived right south of Macon, Georgia, for 4 years, and I was a district manager for Taco Bell, and so we owned all these Taco Bells. The company I worked for, all up and down the interstate, 75 and 16 going towards Savannah. So I know these little towns, I know these areas, so I will jump off the interstate. They're easy to get on and get off. You know, it's just a one-horse town. But I did go to a Goodwill, skunked out. That sucked. If you learn one thing about me, I'm a stubborn SOB. You look at the bearded guy and go, he's hard-headed as that concrete median wall right there. That's what he is. Goodwill could have been 6 miles down the road, a couple stops later, and I kept looking at it thinking, that other Goodwill was awful. I'm not going to this Goodwill. That's of course right before I pulled into the parking lot. I'll be back. I didn't have my glasses on because they're not charged. I'm charging them in the hotel tonight, but if you're in your mid-60s, you've actually had the opportunity to purchase something and it not be up front and they have to go to the back and get it. Not that big a deal, they're just going to bring it to you. So don't lollygag around the damn cash register. Making small talk, looking like you're lost, like you have no fucking clue what's going on, and then turn around to the cashier and go, well, do you want me to wait over here? I don't want to hold up the line after you've been holding up the line for over 2 minutes just standing there in a daze. What the heck? Okay, ran over. Total. Oh. Yeah, but for 40, you're still making 20. Yeah, if you don't want it, I'll go home that way and stop by and pay for it on the way by. Rite Aid has been just torn up. I ain't found none in Rite Aid. I guess when you put it down to $3, people fucking look for it. You know what I mean? So it looks like I'm not going to make Orlando tonight. That hour and a half loss, just sitting still in the interstate, is just too much to overcome today. I'll make it to Gainesville. I am 12 minutes from my first stop in Gainesville. There must be, I don't know, 14, 15 stops. I have a hotel already. Hotwire is a beautiful thing. What is the whole state of Florida? It's tourist season. What ended today, Labor Day, tourist season. I got a Residence Inn. It's 90% recommended. Hotwire, 3-star, king suite with free breakfast. $62 plus tax. That is the shit. I'm here to tell you. I've only stayed in one Residence Inn and I absolutely loved it. So, hey, we'll do a hotel tour because if you've not stayed in a Residence Inn, they're in my top 5 favorite hotels. And if this was as good as the last one, they're gonna move up a notch because it was just awesome. I'm going to finish this video in the morning. What I'm gonna do is haul the 2 boxes, or hell, I'm working on a 3rd box now, up to the room. Take the office up there, the little rolling bag, and my suitcase, and grab a shower and go to bed. I am tired. And then when I wake up in the morning, I will set an alarm for about 4:30. You know, if I get to bed at, I'll check in the hotel at 10. I'll be asleep by 10:30. I'm that tired, and then I will. Maybe I'll get up at 5. That'll give me 7.5 hours sleep. I will. I'll finish shooting the video. I'll show you guys the office and just how freaking easy it is to set. What the setup looks like. I mean, it's kind of mindless with a laptop and a printer and just a few supplies. I did bring one thing different on this trip. I have as inevitably I will, Thursday night decided I'm too tired and all this driving from the first day will catch up with me. I decided not to ship. I will have Thursday's boxes and then I'll pile Friday's in. And every time I hit the brakes, the boxes will slide forward. They make a truck bed, one of these little bars that clamps in a truck bed to keep stuff from sliding around. I have one. I use it in the other van. I'm like, why in the world am I not dragging that thing with me? So I brought it with me, so I'll let you know how that works. It should work great. Basically, it'll just go from side to side to keep the boxes from coming forward and hitting me in the back of the seat, because that's always a lot of fun. What else did I do different on this trip? Oh, one of the last stores, they had the Walgreens, CVS, I don't know which one it was, had a as seen on TV camera for the car on sale for, I think I paid $18 for it. They'll take up to a 32 gig card, which I'll get one for it, and it records everything forward. So anything that happens in front of you, it will record to an SD card, and you can change out the SD cards. So that ought to be pretty interesting. You want to be scared? Like this move right here, record that. Change 3 lanes of traffic, pass on the inside, and go back to the fast lane. Record that. Haha. So that's just a little protection in case something happens. It's got a battery in it, and it doesn't hold a charge very long. So basically, when the car starts up, it powers up and records immediately, and it records the whole time that you're driving until once you shut down, the battery dies. I just have to set the date on it. Let's see. And that's it. That's different on this trip. Everything else is, the more things change, the more things stay the same, pretty much. So I'm gonna hit 8 o'clock when I get. The map says 7:58 when I get to the store. About 1 every 15 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can't knock out 8 of these stores in Gainesville, and then hit the hotel, and then get up in the morning. If I get up at 5, I'll grab a shower. I will start set up the computer, start working on it, and by 7:30, I should be pretty close to done. I'll pack everything up, print the labels out to be dropped off at the first UPS store. The closest one I see, I'll actually map it out. I usually don't take a chance on that, and I'll be off for the next day. Pretty much rinse and repeat. Waze is telling us that there's cops ahead. This Labor Day, I have seen a lot of state troopers. They have been everywhere. But that's it for the day. Oh, and he's got somebody pulled over. What's up? And Florida, what's up with the brown and tan? Some of the uglier state trooper cars. Almost as ugly as Michigan's with them big red lights on the top of them. Dark blue with a red light. If you've never seen a Michigan trooper car, Google that. Ugly piece of junk. But I will catch up with you guys in the morning. I will also, basically I'll videotape, show you the office, and then I'll come back with a screenshot or just me talking about, I'll read the numbers off, because most of the time when you try to take a camera, no matter phone, regular camera, whatever, to a computer screen, it's real blurry and real ugly. So I'll read off the results to you. How many items, how many, it'll list the number of items, the actual number of units. So if I've got duplicates, it'll tell you what the buy cost is and what the projected profit is and what the average sales rank is. So I'll read all those off. That's a line in Inventory Lab. It won't take just a second. Just so you guys can see this is not a heavy day. This is Scott drove 500 miles a day and stopped all the way down. He's been going at this forever. Tomorrow will be Scott stops at 40 plus stores. Should be a much larger haul tomorrow. So that's it. See you guys in the morning when I am fresh, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, whatever you want to call it, bright-eyed, bushy beard. That's probably more like it. Alright, this is why I like the Residence Inn. There's the door. There's your kitchenette, dishwasher, all the stuff's in the cabinets, microwave, stovetop, full refrigerator, table. There's a desk over here. There's a L-shaped couch, or a couch with a chase. It's got a bed in it. It's got the cool TV. You can either watch it towards the bed or towards over there. That's pretty cool. The bed's pretty normal. Oops, wrong. They use granite throughout. Very nice. Oh, there's a potty. Shower. Everything looks normal. You always check the closet and make sure that the housekeeper's not hiding in there. I'm not paying anything for any extra services, damn it. Where else you gonna find this kind of humor besides the Bearded Picker channel? Right on. tired, shower, and bed. Show you the office in the morning. Peace. Okay, I've been telling you how easy it is, and I guess seeing is believing. There's a laptop. There's the Dynamo 4 XL, the printer that will print labels and shipping labels. I bring a small heat gun to deal with any rogue stickers. That is a KDC 200 Bluetooth scanner. It's charging, that's why it's connected. But that's it, guys. That's the entire office. I mean, really, you don't need anything more than this. It all fits in a little rolling bag. In the rolling bag are, poly bags, manila envelopes to hold receipts after each day, so they don't pile up everywhere when you're going as many stores as I go to. But yeah, you have no excuse if you decide you want to go somewhere. That's how I can travel on an airplane, because I carry a suitcase, and generally I don't even carry the big thing. I just carry the laptop and the printer and just throw them in with the regular stuff. Actually, the laptop goes in a carry-on bag, and the printer goes in the regular suitcase. So it doesn't take up hardly any room, and you have no excuse not to chase after and do whatever you like, however you like it. My way is not the perfect way. My way is not the right way for you. But ask questions and comments. If I can help you perfect your way, give you any tips, that would be awesome. Just quickly want to show you one more thing. This is Inventory Lab. The blue and yellow dots are all the stores that I have in my mind to go to. The big glob in the middle, that's covering Orlando, and the village is on the way down to Orlando. All the yellow ones are waypoints. They are one store. The blue ones are 2 other stores, plus Goodwills. So you can see there's plenty of stuff to do just in the next probably 2.5 days to get to all those. Up there where it says CVS Pharmacy, that's where I'm at in Gainesville, that blinking light. And I will tell it here in a few minutes. We're start from my position, and I'll just pick somewhere, probably around store 40 as an endpoint, and let it draw a map, and then I will use that map to go to all the stores, and then I'll pick up the blue dots as I'm near the yellow dots. You have a limit of 100, and there are just so many. It's just easier to. Most stores are a lot of them side by side. So, just wanted to show you what Inventory Lab. This is me editing, redo what en route looks like and what I'm looking like on a map. And basically, there's Walgreens. When you click on Walgreens, it comes up. If you hit the arrow right there, gives you a choice of how to show it. So I just pick Google. I'm Waze. Google on Waze. Waze pops up. Connects to their network.
Let's go. Turn left on Southwest 40th Boulevard.
Up. My iPad's not wanting to cooperate because it would rather fall down. Sorry about that. But Waze comes up and tells you which way to start, and pretty easy. Don't forget, if you're doing something like this, stop the route, because you'll be walking through the hotel, it'll go turn left, and you're like, I'm in the hotel, you idiot. Okay, maybe I'm the idiot, who knows. But I just wanted to show you those couple things that I use, just so you can, when you're listening to me talk about whatever I'm hitting, you go, well, you got a point of reference. That's what he's talking about. He's not a knucklehead after all. Well, he probably is, but not in this part. Okay, so here we're coming to the end of day one. I'm sending in 40 SKUs, total of 99 of these items. Average rank is 96,000. Sales value of 32.33. My buy cost is 814, and the net profit is 1603. And that's not nearly anything that I bought, because there's a full Home or Lowe's box full of stuff that I made a cardinal sin and did not realize I had borrowed the extra stickers for labels from my travel bag and forgot to order them. So I'm low on labels. So I'm only sending in part of what I've got. I'm thinking I'm gonna bite the bullet and either spend extra money to buy labels at Office Depot, which are, I just ordered 12 rolls for $40. I think they want like 34 for one roll, which is only half the size of a regular roll. That, or my other option is to send it in and let Amazon do the label for 20 cents an item. And if I had 100 items, it's $20. That might be the cheaper, easier way out. So, who knows? So, I just want to show you the office and then let you know how easy it is. And then basically Inventory Lab, all I do is change the ship address to the hotel's address, which corrects it to the warehouses. All this stuff went to one warehouse, the same warehouse I use in Dallas. So, yeah, it's going to be more expensive coming from Florida instead of from Alabama, but that's okay. One less box in the van. And so I ended up carrying over one box from yesterday, which is fine. I'll make a decision on that tonight. Most likely I will send it in without labels. All right. Just remember your options. Just because you screwed up doesn't mean that you on the road that you don't have options. You just weigh which one works best for you. And I might even carry the box an extra day or two to see how space goes. And if it's like yesterday, space is not an issue, I might decide to save the money and just take that box, take whatever, because I'm gonna continue buying a lot of that same items that are in the box. So I'm either gonna take them home, or I can actually bag them up here, which would save me some time at home, so that when I get home, all I have to do is list them, because this item needs to be polybagged, and I brought tons of polybags. So that might be another option too, is to cut down on some of my prep time at home and polybag the items here. So when I get home, they're polybagged. So that once they're polybagged, they take up a lot more space. Decisions. If I only had 8, 10, 12 hours in the car today to think about it. I don't know if I'll do a video today. It'll be a lot of the same stuff. Maybe I'll do some more scenery today, see if I can get some scenes of Florida before Irma comes and just rips it a new one. Get ready, folks. Category 5 right now. Category 5. See you.